All right, let's jump right in. Today we are going to tackle three of the biggest, most hyped up terms in all of tech: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. We're going to break them down, see how they're all connected, and hopefully make it all crystal clear. So let's get to it.
You hear these terms thrown around everywhere, right? And a lot of the time, people use them like they all mean the same thing, which, can get pretty confusing. But here's the good news. There is a really simple way to understand the difference, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now.
So, first things first, let's start with the big one, the granddaddy of them all, artificial intelligence, or just AI. I want you to think of this as the entire universe that we're about to explore. At its heart, AI is the big, overarching goal. It's this whole branch of computer science that's asking one massive question. Can we make machines that can think, reason, and learn, kind of like we do? We're talking about anything from solving puzzles to understanding what we say.
And here's the thing, you are already living in a world powered by AI. I mean, every time you ask Siri about the weather, or Netflix suggests a movie it thinks you'll love, or you unlock your phone with your face, yep, you're using an AI system. These are all perfect examples of machines doing things that normally require human smarts.
So if you remember one thing from this section, make it this. AI is the giant umbrella term. It's the whole field. Anytime a machine does something that seems intelligent, it falls under the huge banner of AI. Got it? Awesome. That's the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
Okay, now that we've got that big picture of AI as the entire universe, let's zoom in a little bit. I mean, how do you actually create that intelligence? Well, one of the most powerful ways to do it is through something called machine learning. And this is machine learning, or ML. It's a specific way of achieving AI. So instead of a programmer sitting down and writing millions of lines of code with hard-coded rules for every single possible outcome, we do something way smarter. We give the machine a whole bunch of data and basically let it figure out the rules for itself. The key idea here is without being explicitly programmed, it actually learns. The whole process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you feed the system a ton of data, let's say thousands and thousands of pictures of cats. Then, the system sifts through all that data and starts to find patterns. Things like pointy ears, whiskers, a certain eye shape. Finally, it uses those patterns it learned to make a prediction on a new photo it's never seen before and say, hey, based on everything I've learned, that's a cat.
And just like AI, machine learning is all around you. That spam filter that keeps your inbox clean, it learned what junk mail looks like by seeing millions of examples. Amazon suggesting a product you suddenly realize you need, it learned from your shopping habits. ML is the engine running behind the scenes of so much of our digital lives.
Now, this brings us to another really, really important point. Since machine learning is a way to create an intelligent system, it is, by definition, a part of AI. But, and this is key, not all AI is machine learning. Some older AI systems, for example, just ran on a ton of complex if-then rules written by humans. So remember, ML is a subset of the much bigger AI field. All right, you with me? We've gone from the giant universe of AI, and we've zoomed into the world of machine learning. Now, we're going to zoom in one last time to a really powerful technique inside machine learning that's actually inspired by the coolest computer we know, the human brain.
And this is deep learning. Think of it as a specialized, super-powered type of machine learning. Its claim to fame is that it uses something called an artificial neural network, which is a system of interconnected layers that process information, loosely modeled on how the neurons in our own brains work.
So what makes it deep? It's the fact that it uses many layers in its neural network, sometimes hundreds. This structure allows it to learn from absolutely massive amounts of data. We're talking millions, even billions of examples. And its real superpower is that it can figure out the important features all by itself, without a human having to tell it what to look for.
And this is where we get into some seriously futuristic stuff. The tech that lets a self-driving car tell the difference between a pedestrian, a stop sign, and another car all in real time? That's deep learning. Your phone instantly translating a spoken sentence into another language? Yep, deep learning again. It's the powerhouse behind the most complex tasks out there.
So, deep learning is obviously incredibly powerful, but there's a trade-off. To get those amazing results, it needs an enormous amount of data to learn from, and it requires a ton of computing power, which makes it much more complex and expensive than other methods.
Okay, so we've looked at each piece of the puzzle one by one. Now, let's pull the camera all the way back and put everything together so you can see the whole picture clear as day.
Here it is, the hierarchy. And honestly, the absolute best way to think about this is like a set of Russian nesting dolls. The biggest doll on the outside, that's artificial intelligence, the entire field. You open it up, and inside you find the next doll, machine learning. Then you open that one, and you find the smallest doll inside, deep learning. Each one fits neatly inside the other.
We can boil it down even further. Think of it like this. Broad AI is about making machines follow rules and logic. Machine learning is a specific kind of AI that learns from data. And deep learning is an advanced technique for machine learning that learns using those brain-inspired neural networks.
And there you have it. If you walk away with just one single image in your head, let it be this one. AI is the big circle. Inside that circle is machine learning. And inside that circle is deep learning. It really is that simple.
So why is knowing all this so important? Well, because when you understand this hierarchy, you can cut through the media hype and really start to grasp what's powering the technology that is literally shaping our world. It gives you the language to be part of the conversation.
And hey, if you're just starting your journey into this stuff, please don't let it intimidate you. You absolutely do not need to be a math genius to understand these core concepts. Just getting the relationship between them, like we've done here, is the perfect first step.
So we've seen how these layers of intelligence build on each other, from simple rules to complex brain-inspired networks. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now that we have these powerful building blocks in place, what comes next? What part of our world will this intelligence reshape tomorrow? Thanks so much for joining me.